Welcome to Maths Minders Academy. Today we shall be looking at solution to November Waec 2010. As you can see it here, this is the objective. So we are going to provide solution to these objective problems. Today we are going to focus on solution to question 1 to 10. This is November 2010. So let's go to the questions and see how we can generate solution. Now let's see question number 1. Question number 1, we are told that the simple interest on P Naira for 4 years at 3.5% per annum is 42,000 Naira. What is the value of P? Now, how do we handle this case? Let's see. So remember here that simple interest is given as principal times time times rate all over 100. Now, this is the formula for finding simple interest. But here we are told that the simple interest is already given as 42,000. And then we have our time to be 4 years. Then we have our rate to be 3.5, or we can say 3.5. So now we can join all of these together. So we have 42,000, which is simple interest, equals, where we have P, we still return our P. That's what we are looking for. Times T is 4 years. Times the rate is 3.5%, which is 3.5 over 100. Okay, so this is what we have. Now, what we are going to do here is to cross multiply or make P the subject. First, we can cross multiply. Use this 100, or say multiply both sides by 100. So if you multiply both sides by 100, we are going to have 42,000 times 100 equals, now we are going to multiply 4 by 3.5. That is going to give us 14. We know 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times half is 2. So that's going to give us 14. So here we are going to have 4, we're going to have P, let's write it, times 4 times 3.5. So if we make P the subject, P becomes, we are going to get 42000. Of course, if you multiply by 100, that means you are putting additional 2 zeros here. So divide both sides by this product here, that is 4 times 3.5. If you divide both sides by that, what is it going to give to us? It's going to give us 300,000. So this is going to give us 300,000 Naira, which is option B. So we mark that and we proceed to the next question. Now look at question number 2. Question number 2, what are we asked to find? We are asked to make here, this place, make R the subject of the formula. So from here, we are going to multiply both sides by r. Multiply both sides by r. So first, you have P equals QY over R minus X. So when you multiply both sides by R and say multiply through by R. So when you multiply through by R, here we are going to have PR. If we multiply, this side is going to be QY over R, then times R, then minus S times R. So now what will happen here is that this R here and this R here will cancel out. Okay? So when it cancel out, we now have PR this side, and coming here we have QY minus SR. So we collect line terms. We have PR plus SR. When this minus SR crossing the equality sign coming to the left, it becomes positive. So here we have QY. Now factorize. R is common here. You have R into P plus X equals QY. Now from there, make R the subject. Divide both sides by P plus S. You have QY all over P plus X. So which option is that? QY all over P plus S. That is option D. So mark that and we proceed to question number 3. Question number 3, here we are given these numbers in base 3 and we want to multiply 2, 1 base 3 times 1, 2 all in base 3. So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. When you divide 4 by 3, it gives you 1 remainder 1. So we have 1. Take the remainder here and we bring it back. This is what we have. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. So we are going to add, bring this down. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. But because we are in base 3, we are going to divide 3 by 3. It gives us 1 remainder 0. You put the 0, take this 1 here, you take it to this side. But because you have nothing down, you bring it down here. And this is what we obtain. So our answer is 1022 base 3. 1022 base 3, which is option A. We proceed to question number 4. Question 4, we have this fraction here, and we want to write it in standard form and find the value of K. So what we have here now is 14 times 5 raised to power 3. Okay, let's say. Now, this will come up. It becomes, when this comes up, it turns to 1 because we are using the fact that a to power minus n is 1 all over a raised to power n. So this that is done, when it comes up, it turns to positive. Then we'll bring this 1 here and we have 8.75. So now evaluating this further will give me 14 times 5 raised to power 4 all over 8.75. Of course, you understand this is subjective. You're allowed to use calculator to evaluate this. And when you do that, if you press your calculator, this is what you have. Writing this in standard form, this is the same thing as 10 raised to power 3, which if we now put it in this form, it is 1 times 10 raised to power 3. So the value of our K is 1. So we say therefore K is 1. So that gives us this option there. Proceed to question number 5. We are asked to evaluate this or simplify, then correct our answer to two significant figures. So here, first, let us rationalize. Let us rationalize. This will give us times, this is root 5. So times root 5 all over root 5. You rationalize this, then minus this is root 15 all within a bracket. Now, this will give us 10. If you root 3 times root 5 is root 15. Root 5 times root 5 is root 25. Okay, probably you want us, let's write it first as root 25, then minus root 15 all squared. Now from here, we'll go up. It gives us 10 root 15 all over 5 minus root 15 all squared. Of course, 10 over 5 is 2, so we have 2 root 15 minus root 15 all squared. This will give us 2 root 15 minus root 15 is actually just like you have 2s minus s, and it gives you s. So this is root 15 all squared, and this is 15. Of course, the square here and this square root will cross out. So you can write this as 15, and the most appropriate answer is B, which is 15.0. So we can mark this and proceed to the next question. Question number 6 says, if y is inversely proportional to s, and s is 3 when y is 4, find y when s is 2. So if y is inversely proportional to s, we'll write y is inversely proportional to s. Inverse is a fraction like this. So you're going to remove the proportionality symbol and introduce the equality sign, and you bring out your constant. K is a constant. So you have y equals k all over s. You go on to plug in whatever that is given. Y is 4. Y is 4 when s is 3. So you move them in. So you're going to have 4 equals k all over 3. You cross multiply. 4 times 3 equals k. So k equals 12. So your equation of proportionality becomes y equals 12 all over s. So instead of k over s, it becomes 12 over s. This is the relationship connecting s and y. So once you build this relationship, it's easy to find y when s is 2. So we say when s is 2, y becomes 12 all over 2. That gives us 6. And that is option C. We proceed to the next question, number 7. Now, when you have an inequality symbol, and this is open, this is closed, this is less than, this is less than or equal to. Of course, it can also be greater, depending on where the arrow is. Of course, if you look at this, is actually a closed range. We're picking numbers from -2 to 4, but 4 is inclusive because this is closed. All right, it is closed. So here, this is going to become -2. This is an open interval, so we use a single inequality symbol, but this is a closed interval, we use double here. So it gives us -2 less than s less than or equal to 4. -2 less than s less than or equal to 4. The appropriate answer is option D for that question number 7. We proceed to the next question, which is question number 8. Now, question number 8, we are asked to find the value of yz. So we are looking for this product here. So now we have 4y equals 3z. And this is 8y equals 9z plus 12. So multiply by 2. multiply this equation, which is, let's call it equation 1. We are going to multiply by 2. Why? Because I want to obtain this quantity from this equation 1. So if I multiply by 2, I'll have 8y equals 6z. Okay, beautiful. And then I have, bringing this equation 2, 8y also equals 9z plus 12. Okay, you can say this is plus 0 here. Beautiful. Now, as it is we can now put this and subtract. Okay, we subtract. Now we say this minus this is going to give us 0 here. This 9z minus 6z is going to give us 3z. Then we have 12 minus 0 is going to give us 12. Okay. Now with that, we move on here to say 3z plus 12 equals 0. That means 3z equals minus 12. And we can get z to be minus 12 all over 3, which is minus 4. Okay, now substitute back the value of z into equation 1. Now we have 4y equals 3. Instead of z, I put minus 4. So 4y is minus 12. Y is going to be minus 12 all over 4, which is minus 3. And I'm looking for yz, the product, that is y is minus 3, and z is what? Minus 4. Minus 4. So this product is going to give me 12, which is option A. So I proceed to question number 9. I want to factorize this. I want to factorize what we have here. We have 3t squared plus t minus 2. Now, if I multiply this and this together, that is going to give me 3 times minus 2. That gives me minus 6. If I look at factors of minus 6, that gives me, of course, I can use this and this. Of course, 3 and 2 be, if I use this, I'm looking for the ones that their product will give me minus 6, and their sum will give me the coefficient of t, which is 1. So here I get the product to give me 3 times minus 2, that's minus 6. I must have their sum to give me 1. 3 plus minus 2 is 1, which is the coefficient of t here. So I will now have 3t squared. So instead of 1t, I'm going to have plus 3t minus 2t, which is the same as t, then minus 2. So from here, I pick 3t is common. Then I have t plus 1. Here, minus 2 is common. I have t plus 1. Good. So inside the bracket now, I'm going to take t plus 1, 3t minus 2. So that will be the answer. So check t plus 1, 3t minus 2. That's option C. That's the correct option. So we now move on to the last number. If you find this teaching interesting, this tutorial, if it's interesting, if it's satisfying what you're looking for, why not subscribe to our channel, where we regularly update students with solutions to different Waec past papers. Join us, share this, subscribe, click on the notification bell so that each time we release a new video, you will be among the first to get access to it. Let's proceed now to question number 10, which will be the last for today. Question 10, we are given this graph. Okay, of course, this is the equation that we are given. You say, what are the roots of this equation? But let's look at information about this graph here. Say the diagram is the graph of 2x squared plus 3x minus 2. We are going to use this graph for question 10 and question 11. But for question 10, we are looking for the root of this equation. So the root of this equation, we can actually get it by looking at this graph. So when you're looking at this graph, the root of this equation is this intersection here on the x-axis. That will be the root of the equation. So what I can see there is -2. And of course, look at this. This is -1. This is -0.5. This is 0. This is 0.51, 1.52. So this is 0.5. So that will give me the root. So for that equation, I have -2, 0.5, which is option D. So this is how far we can go for today's tutorial. Like I said, please share this video, click on the notification bell so that when next we publish from question number 11 to question number 20, the solution will be published. Very soon you'll have access to it. Join our channel, please. Join our channel if you have not subscribed. Subscribe to Math Minders Academy. We'll be producing a lot of videos to help learners gain access to first-class information on mathematics. This is Math Minders Academy saying goodbye for now.
In the midnight glow where the stars align, we lose ourselves in the rhythm divine. Underneath the sky painted with dreams, we're chasing the echoes of silent screams. Caught in the spell of the cosmic night, we're